Good morning. Happy Sunday. If you can hear me, let me know that you can hear me.
Good morning, all.
Have a little bit of audio checking to do today. Should have some quiet lo-fi playing in the background. If it is too loud or it is too quiet, just need to let me know and I can adjust accordingly.
If you hear me yell at any time or squeal, I'm not being beaten up. My shoulder is giving me a fit today. So if I say something screwy, or like, oh, marshmallows, it's painful. I just didn't want you to think I was like having a seizure or anything like that.
Yeah, Pockets woke up in a little bit of pain. I'm
not practicing Tourette's.
The audio sounds weird.
Thanks, Blades.
If I turn it up, does that make it sound better? Is that too loud? Should I mute it? Yeah, it's kind of tinny. It probably should be a bit tinny. Like I said, I can't hear it. I have it turned down on my end, so I don't know exactly which lo-fi track they're playing. But it is supposed to be just basically like elevator music in the background. But I can completely turn it off.
Now is the job of champions. I'm going to try using my fingers to roll a cigarette.
Is that better? Can you hear me okay?
I feel like we're in a Verizon commercial. Can you hear me now? But we sound like we can take like the tower into different places. Can you hear me now? Oh, I snorted. Sorry.
Is it an issue with the microphone? That could actually be possible because I did possibly drop the microphone this morning. It wasn't from a very great height, and there's no damage, so I didn't think anything was wrong with it. But if the microphone is messed up, I do have a solution.
I broke my vape tank with
Sounding like a robot. Okay.
He's got another mic. He has a new snowball.
One moment.
It is not white.
How is that? Is that any better?
I think now we're at the eye doctor's. Is that any better? Any worse? One or two? Can't tell. I've been wearing glasses my whole life.
Facing me a little bit.
Hey, New World.
Good morning, New World Order. How are you? Cool. Better. All right, cool.
Yay.
So I'll check on my other microphone later. Apparently, maybe I have caused some damage to it. Let's go ahead and turn that back on. Is that better?
Yeah,
can you hear the music okay now? Because I wanted to do a little bit of music in the background as well. Keep your ears stimulated. If it is too loud or it is too quiet, please just let me know. Man, am I glad that I picked up this extra microphone. Just such a random occasion.
Did you?
Yeah. My first YouTube check. I went out. I grabbed a new microphone and a spare one, and then I grabbed a spare external hard drive, which apparently I was in need of both. Since
Pearl
both
died.
now answers the MacLeod.
Wasn't our wedding stuff on the Pearl?
It's also on the computer, and it's also on
the
other hard drive, and it's also on a microchip that's inside our picture frame for wedding.
Oh, so our wedding's
a
backed
flash
up.
drive. I've got it backed up all over the place.
We need another Damien dog.
Paranoia is perfect awareness. Sabian Roboto. Yeah, apparently I was.
I need a robot.
I dropped my microphone this morning. I was walking down the hall.
Robot shoulder.
It went right on the top. And
yeah, that'll do it.
It's
a hardwood floor underneath that commercial carpet. You'd think it'd be like no forgiveness, especially in the cold.
That's not the first time I dropped it.
Was it cold?
Everything's cold, and it's not the first. I've had that microphone for 7 years.
I know.
I guarantee you, there was a winter when I dropped it.
I know. I'm just saying it was. When I woke up at 5:30,
it was
extremely chilly in here.
So. I also, when I first plugged it in, it was only plugged in halfway.
And that was in your game room.
So it might just have recognized the mic in such a halfway state. So the microphone still could be absolutely fine.
Okay. I'm just saying, cold doesn't help things. It helps break things, and has no forgiveness. Like when you fall in ice, it has no forgiveness. It hurts.
This is true. This is true.
And if you are hitting your head, you are walking home with a lump. Ow.
Yeah, a little bit.
This is gonna sound really old. I have to find my rechargeable heating pad to put on my shoulder. I'm gonna walk around feeling like an android.
Does that sound weird? Sounds like your shoulder hurts.
It does.
Oh, that's not weird.
Well, I've did a lot in the past 2 days with my left arm. Hey, they're not your friends. Other cats trying to.
I know, he's playing with claws.
Faye is in there feeding him. And he wants to touch them so bad.
Oh, he wants to play with them.
We have babies. Eat them. And Jabba won't let.
We have baby kittens.
I'm surprised Jabba. Oh, he's not
like
around.
Infants. Like
Jabba won't let him near them.
Just born.
Well, they were born a day after Shell's birthday, the 13th.
This is true.
The 13th. The first one was born at 8:40. I have no idea when the second one was born. My ass was asleep. But she didn't make any noise, therefore I didn't wake up. If Faye had made noise, I would have woken up. But as soon as I got out here, early in the morning, she started caterwauling and wanting to go inside the carrier. She normally does not like the carrier. And all the boys in the house that were not fixed were trying to get on top of her. And I'm like, no, this is not that kind of thing, guys. So she was happy to go in there, and we have one snowball-looking kitten, all white, cute face, and another black and white one. It's cute. No, they are not going to stay here. I don't even care if one of them's got another Oreo disposition. Somebody can work with him on that. Right now, the only one that can actually really handle and work with Oreo is Shiloh. She's 12. He tried to attack my stepmother yesterday. You cannot touch Shiloh if Oreo is on her, because he will go after you for touching her.
Oreo's a cat.
Yeah.
Just
you'd think he was a little puppy. He's a friggin' kitten.
Figured I'd give you some context.
He's a kitten from hell. I don't know where. I seriously.
He's aggressive, and I think honestly he's got something wrong with his brain. He's that kind of aggressive. He's not dangerous or anything like that. He's actually a very small cat.
Yeah, because when he
But
plays,
he is overly aggressive
especially with food,
with everything.
he
No, like it's
he growls during his eating.
like he has something wrong.
Well, I think I think he
Like
does
a
too.
pineal gland or something along those lines.
Not the pineal.
Or whatever. Listen, it's
I
early.
got a 99 in biology, and I'm shaking my head. I think it's due. I think he's got a little bit of something wrong with him, because instead of when he goes to attack something like normal cats do, they shake their butt. He like shakes his head. Like, how are you gaining perspective on this? If you're like shaking your head back and forth, but it's so, and then he pounces. It's hilarious to watch.
The pineal gland releases chemicals and hormones that are directly related to aggression. So.
Oh well, I should have told my anger management person that.
Well, you said something about biology, so I figured I would.
Yes, but
I would let you know.
got it off the internet. I learned.
No, I made sure I was right. I learned mine in school for psychology.
I learned mine.
And for anatomy and physiology when I went for coding.
No, I went in high school.
I was also just making sure that I was correct, and I knew what I was talking about. Yes, I am. It is early. Sometimes I am not spot on with information, but usually when it comes to the brain or psychology, I'm pretty close. I can be pretty close.
Figure out which gland controls attention deficit that blocks the chemical which we need to work with. There you go. That's some.
Congratulations on the kittens, and yeah, sometimes you do have to work with the runts.
There was no runt. These things are huge.
No, they're talking about her kittens.
Oh, you have kittens. Yes, runts are difficult. Just make sure they get fed. If it's a young mother, sometimes you have to hold her down.
So, I might have, in one way, shape, or form, quote-unquote, movie theater with Scream 5 ready to go.
You said that like it's... At first you did something...
A lot of people are...
Controversial?
No, a lot of people are really liking it. A lot of people really enjoy the movie. I'm a little skeptical going in. But I have not watched it yet. I have not watched it yet. I'm planning on watching it.
I was waiting all yesterday for you to put it on.
I also do have the author's proof of the Locust Lake book.
Ooh, it's right here. I'm pointing, but you guys can't see if it looks pretty. Sorry, I'm proud.
It's very, very heavy. 307 pages long. And it looks exactly how I wanted it to. That's really the point of the author proof, is just make sure that, things start and are formatted and placed where you want them to be. And everything is. So I'm going to go through and keep skimming it for small, maybe minor changes. Anything that I might have missed when I went through editing everything. And it's ready to go. So that will be dropping early February.
I'm never owning gerbils. This is why I think I stick to hamsters. There's never been a dirty thing said about hamsters. But gerbils, why is it giving me shit? Explosive diarrhea in your bowels. That is a Big Mac.
That is the amazing what the fuck. He has all kinds of interesting and possibly useful information.
You should totally friend me on Facebook. I am a big pile of useless information. Well, not all the time. I do come up with some tricks.
Of course.
Thank you very much.
Very, very welcome.
I can't get back up. My arm can't do this.
So we are missing the Shiloh.
Shiloh is at Grandma's house because it was Shiloh's birthday this week. She was born on the 12th, so she was 12 on the 12th. Irish tradition, it's her wish birthday, so she gets whatever she wants up until, she goes back to school on Tuesday. So she got to go to Grandma's house today. Surprised she's not up and listening, but she's probably up with Diane making her watch something. But we'll be missing her today. She'll be back.
She also, I just narrated and made up her very first story that she wrote as official co-author for the channel.
That's so cute.
It came out really, really well. I'm very, very proud of her. I think everybody else is going to be kind of surprised too. I mean, to think that, you know, if you're privy to the information that, you know, technically she wrote it when she was 11. That's what she said. You know, she said a 12-year-old wrote this. Technically, I was 11.
It was a day before.
So no, it was a few days before.
Oh, she whipped it out in like no time.
So I'm very excited about that. That's coming. I believe that's the first Thursday in February that'll be released. I work a few weeks ahead, so I have things planned out well in advance. I'm ready to go. That way I can never, you know, I never skip a beat. It's difficult for me to miss enough food.
I wish you could go ahead.
I know.
I'm taking my medicine for my arm. I'm shaking my head and I'm breathing. It's helping.
I feel bad for pockets.
You want to hear something fucked up? I pick my arm up over my head just to get it to stretch, and I can feel the ligaments, and I can hear it go crunch, crunch, crunch. And I'm only 39, so, and I won't take the cortisone shots. Screw you, get your ass away from me from that big ass needle. You're not putting it in my shoulder. Second, I'm too young for a new shoulder. But I have cartilage on cartilage. You think they would give me pain meds? Nope, gotta go to a hospital for that. Not going to a hospital right now. I choose to live.
So, the other, I don't know, I think it was early last weekend, sat down and completely finished writing Confronting Evil, episode 8. Like in one sitting. I haven't actually had a writing session like that in a long time. It's kind of nice. But because of that, I have had so many days in between. It's given me a chance to start working on the new novel that I started. Well, at least I had the idea for about 2 months ago. And now I finally have some time in between editing the book and writing for a series. All kinds of other stuff. And I started working on that, and I'm basically through, you know, the first couple of chapters, and could not be happier. So, yeah, things are cooking right along in kind of all departments. I'm really surprised I was able to get the Locust Lake book done. If it wasn't for those couple weeks off, the week off that I had, I wouldn't have been able to take the time to.
Be surprised, I'm not.
110,000 words, 25 pages of hand-drawn sketch art.
And he did not come out with bloodshot eyes. I'm very surprised.
You know, all the formatting to make sure it was done correctly. Very, very surprised I was able to get that done, considering that I started in November and all the way until I took, a week off at the end of December.
The ocean
I think I had edited
plastic garbage material.
5 stories out of 20. So to get the other 15 done in 1 week, I needed that time. So everything is actually on track. In fact, it's more or less a week ahead of time. Good morning, Janae. How are you? A puff pass. Yeah, well, Pockets is taking
I'm hoarding it. It's for my shoulder. Leave me alone.
Shoulder medication.
CBDs don't work. I have to have like the real thing. That and 1,000 milligrams of ibuprofen.
Hey, Grim. How are you?
Hi, Grim.
Good morning. For the next 10 minutes. It's almost afternoon.
Yeah. I woke up with his alarm
We'll leave the stream in my wife's capable hands.
I woke up at 5:30 because husband, has to have the alarm clock set even on the weekends for 5:09 in the morning. Woke up, came out here, a little frigid out here, so turned on the other heaters. And since we have the 2 kitties, they gotta be kept warm. But yeah, they're actually really big for just 2 cats. It's surprising. He's really, really proud of his book too. That came out really good, you guys. I cannot wait if you guys grab it. I suggest you do. I don't know how many big books he'll ever really make again. Listening and writing currently. I was listening to the stream last night. Well, to his premiere last night rather. And I was typing. I'm actually I'm writing a story right now. Kind of like a fairy tale type thing. Witchy type thing. That's what I write. All you guys seem to like it because you heard Cobblestones. And I absolutely love it.
Hold on 1 second. Just gotta tell Pocket something here real quick. There is no water, so I am assuming.
It's my cell phone.
I think where we live, I think management has the water turned off. I just wanted Pockets to be aware, so that way she could, call park management, and have them be aware. So.
Found it.
She found her cell phone. Good times. So it is really cold here.
Yeah, that's why the water can't be off for too friggin' long.
My wife is a pip, ain't she? Very cool. So you're listening and writing. Curious. What do you write? That is what I'm curious of. You are writing, Mr. Grant. I love writing. And like I said, I was explaining in my Discord a few days ago, I've really gotten into lo-fi. Surprisingly, quite a bit. When I'm drawing, or when I'm writing, or even when I'm working, just having it on low in the background. It's nice. It helps keep my brain occupied without stealing my focus. I honestly thought that's what you were going to be, what you were going to say. That's what you were writing. But, didn't want to be presumptuous. Right now, there's no snow. It's really, really cold. There is supposed to be a storm, though, moving in tonight, I guess. I haven't checked the weather or nothing to do with it. Yeah. Throat's killing me. I know. What's the 10-day? Give me the 10-day. No snow today, no that. Nope. So it's not calling for any snow. We were supposed to get snow, but...
No, just upstate. Upstate was
It's supposed to get some snow today, 1 to 3 inches. So flurries today, and then just freeze your ass off for the rest of the week. Good times. It is good times. I'm not a fan of the cold, but I'd take the cold over the heat any day. Yeah, I can get myself warmer. It's hard to escape the heat, and I get sick of the heat very easily. I get heat exhaustion, headaches, throw up, pass out. Like it's not good. It's actually when I was out in the field working construction, I used to shave my head in the summertime. So that way it's like nature's air conditioning. The slightest little breeze over top of my scalp would just kind of cool me down in the summer. And it was nice because when I started doing that, I was able to do things that like everybody else could do in the summer, and I just never could. Like run around, play, football or whatever, go for a freaking hike. I just could not operate. I got a really thick head of hair, so this summer, I don't know. I cook. I got like a broken thermostat. The heat makes me very ill. So I will take the cold over anything. And no, I don't shave my head in the summers anymore because now I work in an office. And when I used to shave my head before, I'd use like the tanning lotion and stuff like that, and I'd go be running around outside or working construction. And within a week, my scalp would be the same exact color as the rest of my skin. But for that first week, it's pale. It is white while it's trying to catch up, and it does look a little ridiculous for that first week until it does. And I can't really do that in an office setting because I'm sitting inside all day. So I mean, it could take 3 weeks. So no, I don't shave my head anymore. I used to bick it right down. Plus, my boss, God bless his soul, is bald. And I think that if he saw me with a bald head, knowing that I have hair, I think he'd be upset. Just saying. Sorry, I'm watching the cats fighting the 2 kittens. It stole my attention there for a moment. Oh, we got one of those. It's all right. I got this. Always. Well, at least, some things. It's a waste of hair, NWO says. I mean, I could see that argument is being the one that's given. So, and I try to plan ahead pretty well. And considering I work in an office, my vehicles have air conditioning, and I have a pretty large air conditioner for my house. There's really no need for me to worry about the heat too much. If I do go for a hike or something, I dress accordingly and bring tons of water and stuff like that. I don't exert myself like I used to when I was out in the field. So it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal to keep the hair, but man, it is thick. Thick head of hair. So, might have an update. Give me 1 second. I want to get my update. No update. Still on hold. I imagine it's the same. The reason they're on that she's on hold is probably they're getting a few phone calls right now. So it's the same reason. Yeah, that's life, right? Curveballs, and then dealing with the curveballs and learning from the experience. I mean, that seems to be the holistic sum of it. So that's awesome. I knew you were talking to him, Grim. So that's good. I'm glad that you were able to get a hold of him, because I know that's where you were, what you were trying to do. moving forward. So cool, very cool. What's up, Fuzzy?
Hi, Fuzzy.
How are you? Good afternoon. Good noon. Like, wow, right on the nose. I actually was gonna end the stream a little bit early because my throat is killing me, but I'm gonna keep going here. I'm still feeling okay. See if I can go for another 15 minutes or so. Absolutely. Always modify and adapt. Adapt and overcome. Yeah, gotta keep moving forward, which, you know, be fine. Obviously, they're working on it, and we'll deal with any issues that might ensue after. So that's how we go. Just got my vehicle fixed, which is good. 4-wheel drive. Hasn't really snowed yet, so spent a bunch of money trying to get the car up to snuff, and then get my Explorer, my 4-wheel drive, ready to go for the winter. And then as soon as it got cold, I ended up having to redo my brakes and fix the hub on the passenger side. So that wasn't cheap, but it's done and it's fixed and it's paid for. So I'll let her know you said hi, Fuzzy. Hi back. She's
Water's back on.
okay. Water's back. I'm not gonna go just check the
Going right now. Wow.
what buckets. Wife is an amazing person, I'll tell you. Really is. She does an awful lot for me, for the kids, well, for the last child that's in the house. It's hard to believe we're down to one child in the house. You know, I've been raising children, I mean, really, since I was 19 years old. It's hard to believe we're down to, like, the last kid. Gives me thoughts about, like, what comes after. Have a lot more time to write. What does that look like? I mean, that's a good thing, because, I mean, a lot of the stuff that I've been publishing is stuff that Doughboy and I have been writing for years. So I'm just about getting caught up. So I'll need a plethora of new stuff if I want to keep publishing books, and I guess I'll have a little bit more time to write. Though I don't see Shiloh going far. I see Shiloh actually staying in the house for a little while, which is perfectly fine with me.
Shiloh helps me out.
Probably going to school here, living here, and going to college one way or another for at least a couple of years. I don't see, and even when she does move out, if she moves out right away, like, I see Shiloh literally coming back to visit as often as she possibly can.
Oh yeah, she's like.
Don't see her going far.
Even on my bad days, like, she comes and, like, I don't know, was it last week? It was like everything just hit me at once. I have a couple family members that are sick. And this little kid, shut up. This little girl sat next to me. And she just put her arm around me and said, "It's gonna be okay, Mommy. I'm here for you." I thought that was just the sweetest thing she could say. I understand. You can cry out. Like, oh.
She's gonna be the only kid that gets accepted, you know, gets a full ride scholarship to Harvard and chooses to go to SUNY.
I heard a joke from a cerebral palsy guy.
So she could be like right down the road.
Yeah, she probably will be. From a cerebral palsy guy. He was on America's Got Talent. He like went through 3 freaking rounds. His name is Josh Blue, and he came out. He goes, "Don't worry, I'm not drunk. I have cerebral palsy." This is the way he walks and stuff. And he was like talking about.
Well, that's actually really good.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
cool.
if you can find him, look up Josh Blue. He is hilarious. He's a great guy, great attitude for what he's going through. He's got kids.
That's good.
Everything.
That's really awesome.
I wanted to tell that story, and that That was his dream before
Morning,
he got
Kelly.
into a
Afternoon.
wheelchair, was to get on America's Got Talent, because he felt that this year was the year that people really needed to laugh.
But that in itself is inspirational. Like that's really good. I like hearing stuff like that.
Yeah,
you
and
know,
he was in pain doing.
because I mean, all we really ever hear about, all anybody really talks about and feeds into is everything that's going on, everything that's bad, everything that's wrong, everything that's terrible, how bad. You know, and we're all going through crap. I mean, even when the world is normal, we're all going through crap. I mean, that to me has kind of been the experience that I've always seen. Is no matter how bad things are for you, like you tell somebody and they could just tell you a story that completely trumps yours. And you might not even realize it. I mean, it's happened to me more than once. You know, I think we all really understand each other without really even knowing it. But to focus on all that negative all the time, and then just see, like, you know, these stories, stuff like that.
He was
something
making
inspirational
fun of
and positive.
Yeah, he was making fun of his
It
own
reminds
self.
me that there's good in the world.
And he was funny because he said this. He said, and with all us disabilities, you know what? We're actually the minority. Anybody can get in, though. You're blind, you get in the pile. If you're deaf, help the blind guy find the pile. I'm like, oh my God. He's like saying this on America's Got Talent. And Simon, believe it or not, is actually rolling his ass off.
I don't watch America's Got Talent.
I do. Well, it's on my Facebook, like little blips of it. You know how they, on Facebook, you hit the follow button and certain things will pop up? That did. And I watched the whole thing. And he was in the Special Olympics. They made it all the way for soccer. And everybody was clapping. No, we got our asses kicked. Is that? He was saying that, no, there was some big Russian on the team. And may not be anything wrong with him. Because he was just watching the ball go by.
But it's always nice to hear inspirational things and good things
just
like that.
Too.
Or every once in a while, I've gotten a message saying, like, you know, that time you helped me out and you told me to repay you, you know, by helping someone else. You know, I did that the other day, and I did this, and I did that. And I like hearing those kinds of stories, because it's like, you know, it just reminds me that as bad as things are, there really is, like, you know, there's still good in the world. It's just, it's not talked about, it's not fed into. It's something that you have to put, conscious effort into either finding and locating and discovering, or being that person that's positive, and you have to actually put effort into it. Negativity, you don't have to do any effort.
Exactly.
That comes naturally.
They did this test with this little girl. They left a $20 bill near the candy, and she went to go pick out her candy bar.
Thank you, Kelly, very, very much. That's very nice of you to say. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
No, go ahead.
And she brought the money up to the counter. She said, I found this. And he went, oh, you found that? It's not yours? She said, no, it's not mine. And he was like, oh, okay. And then he was like, wait, come back. Ended up giving her $100 because it wasn't hers and she brought it back.
Yeah, I know. At that time, I found a wallet sitting outside Stewart's.
Yep.
Brought it in. Somebody lost their wallet. You know, gave it to the guy. You know,
a Walmart lady paid for this
guy's
come back snack
to you, good or bad.
And just because she did that, the people turned around and gave her $500.
See, I
made that woman cry.
I wouldn't want.
So
like
happy.
Stewart's didn't give me anything. Like I was just like, here. I don't want a reward. I don't want. That's the point. The point is to not get nothing in it. Is to not get anything.
Yes, exactly.
The point is to just
self-gratification.
To do it because it's the right thing to do.
Exactly.
And if you do it because it's the right thing to do, you might be really surprised at how it makes you feel. That's your reward. That really is.
I think this is why grandparents are crucial in the raising of children if they're around.
I think ethics are crucial in raising a child. Period.
Yes, but our older people, their grandparents, have better ethics than the snowflake
Well, I'm not
society
going to say anything
that's running the world now.
about snowflakes or anything like that. I definitely
I
don't want to
said
get into
I
any.
put it in a hole. I did not specify.
I know what you mean. I know. I know what you, and you did. It's fine. It's generic enough.
I mean,
But-
it's sad, like, to hear before my grandfather died, he was like, "Why did I go to war?" My grandfather.
And like, I'm not
dropped
trying to
out of
argue
school
against anyone's
to go
point
to
of
war.
view, but I heard a story recently about a few teenagers, recently graduated teenagers, that get up in the morning. They're living with this person. They get up in the morning. Sometimes they don't go to work because they don't feel like it. They call in because they just don't feel like going to work, or they'll call up their bosses and say, "I'm going to be late because I woke up a little late and I still have to stop at Dunkin' Donuts. I have to get my coffee, cappuccino, or whatever the hell they're getting." And the bosses, of course, and they're telling them, "Whatever, all right, do what you got to do, but come on in."
Well, they can't say anything.
But in
to
these,
the workers.
and then I'm also a hiring manager
They're
for a company, and
Kids are
as a
abusing-
hiring manager, I see a lot of the exact same thing, and it's not. It just makes me realize, like, this is the mentality of some people out there in the workforce. These are
It's just
these
scary.
are the
It's
ethics.
scary.
These are the ethics, the prominent ethics. These are the ones that the mass majority now own. Now, I work as a construction hiring manager. And when I was in college, I don't know, 7 years ago, going for my master's degree, we were talking about the aging workforce in construction. I think I wrote a paper on it. And there's a lot of people now, a lot of younger kids that get out of school and they don't want to do physical labor, and they're not being taught trades. They're being pushed to college. They're being pushed to college. BOCES is still, it's schooling. Nobody wants, but nobody does the experience part. Nobody goes out and wants to get a job in construction.
I know,
So they all go to college for a few years and they realize either college isn't for them or they get the college degree. But sometimes they fall back on, and this is where I pull people in, is the people that either want to go to college, have gone to college, or really haven't done either and don't want to do construction. Construction is a very dying industry. It's not that things aren't being built and there isn't a demand for things to be built. It's because the younger generation isn't getting into it. So every 3 people that retire, you're lucky if you're getting one person in to replace those people. And the opposite end of that is you're employing an aging workforce, guys that are 50, 60, 70 years old. And people can't move as fast sometimes, right?
But they
people,
know what they're doing.
Yes, they have the knowledge there, which is great, and things are being built right, but it's taking longer. Now you add in the fact that right now it's harder to get people to work anywhere, and materials aren't being constructed in warehouses. They don't have people to drive trucks to get them to where they need to be. And the cost of all this is going way up. I remember it cost $9 for a sheet of sheetrock not too long ago.
Yep.
Now it's almost $20 for a sheet of sheetrock, and good luck getting it there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's a challenge.
Says sheetrock, but there is none.
I feel a lot of that is in that ethic. Gotta have a good ethic. Gotta have a strong work ethic.
See, now my dad, when he was in school, he did BOCES for machinery. He got out of school. He got into General Electric, GE, which Thomas Edison started, mind you. A little history about that. And he was doing dyes.
I will get into that next.
He was cutting dyes for turbines. My mother also took BOCES for nursing, LPN. We won't get into her personality, but once again, she got a job right out of high school in pigtails and braces. So, like, the importance of having a career to fall back on, something to fall back on.
Well, trade helps with that. Right?
Yeah, a trade. That's what I'm saying.
You learn a trade, you work the trade, you really learn it, and then you go to college, get the degree. And while you're waiting to find a job that uses a degree, you can still go out and use your trade.
Hence, my dad not keeping me on.
According out to answer Grimm's question, when are we getting not all heroes wear capes? When are we getting more not all heroes wear capes. That actually depends on Doughboy. I still have to message him. I believe part 3 is done. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I don't yet have it in my possession, but I think the 3rd one is done. And just like the last series, it's going to be 6 parts long. We're also trying to work on finishing up the 1st season of Confronting Evil. So got 2 more episodes to write. He's going to write the next one and the first half of part 10, and then I'm going to write the second half. So the finale will be a collaboration between us both. So I'll ask him, when he's able to squeeze in part 3, or possibly if he's got it done. Just let him know part 4 is going to be a thing soon enough. I would imagine, Grim, I'm going to shoot for February. I'm hoping sometime in February I can get the next one up. If not, it'll be March. I'm sure that I can get another one up by March.
That just sounds dirty. I'm sorry, my blood sugar's low.
Yeah, I'm a content creator, so when I say I'm going to get it up on by March, I completely mean something different. Just like the other day when I jumped in the Discord and said, it's 4,000 words. This story I'm writing is 4,000 words long, and I'm not even to the climax yet. And someone's like, climax, and it was like, I'm an author, so that word means something completely different to me. I don't think about these things. People need to get your minds out of the gutter.
Hey, it comes to me. It comes from my dad.
Get your minds out of the gutter. Why is the internet so horny?
My dad would be able to turn anything into a dirty joke. I think that was the machinist in him, the factory worker. But I mean, and I just picked it up. I can't help it.
That's cool. Definitely share that picture with me, Grim, once that is done. I'm going to let the stream go for a couple of minutes more, and then I'm going to go ahead and get my throat killing me. It's been an absolutely awesome morning, though. If you guys have anything you want to punch in, anything you want to say, now's the time before we close it out.
Does anybody have an extra shoulder they're not needing on the left?
Everybody does. You have an extra shoulder. Just don't use that one. That one's broken. Use that one.
This one's broken.
Over there. Use.
This is the right hand. This is the left hand. See?
Get you a sling. That'll help you at least.
I need a sling.
I know. I'll get you one. That will help you at least a little bit. So.
I now know what a T-Rex feels like, though. I do. On the half on the half side of my body. Like, hell, I'm a T-Rex. I have big head and little arms.
A sling will help you a lot. So. Alrighty, I think it's a good place to close it out.
We're gonna go sling it.
What did she ask for?
Shiloh? Or me?
You, I think.
Me? A new shoulder.
Yes, that's what she asked for. A new shoulder.
New left shoulder.
Her shoulder is killing her.
Not killing me.
The doctor's thinking it's cartilage on cartilage. And she's, not even 40 yet. So a little early for a shoulder replacement.
Since I heard it's playing football, it's...
Old football injury.
Yeah.
Just so you know, just to put this out there, I've never seen her play football, so this must be a really old injury.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I played varsity football. I was small, I was fast. I got tackled in practice by RJ, who weighed 250 freaking pounds.
I'm sorry?
And I still stood up.
I'm very proud of you.
Got up and walked off the field.
I'm very, very proud of you. My wife, everybody's very, very tough. Always has been.
I'm in New York.
You're also a redhead.
Scorpio.
A little stick of dynamite. Kabang.
Oh yeah, and don't like.
No problem, Dane. Seriously, I appreciate it. I'm glad you've been sticking with it. I'm glad you've been smiling. I can keep you entertained a little bit.
If you want, I can kick them a few times if it'll get you to laugh.
Please don't.
I'm kidding.
I might explode.
Is it?
Number 1, not number 2.
Yeah,
All right, guys. I absolutely love you. Thank you so much for popping in today. It's been
Have
a
good
really
Sunday.
really great Sunday morning.
Wherever you are, stay warm, stay safe.
Phoenix, if you are listening on a device that you are not signed into, we love you and
We miss you.
Miss you. Hope to
Already.
see you. Hope to see you tomorrow. Won't you come home tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Probably late.
love you much,
because-
Munchkin.
So,
Callie needs a left shoulder as well, so you guys can go on a hunt
oh,
together.
we're buddies.
So, all right, cool, hunting buddies.
Invalid buddies. We're gimps.
I love you
We're
guys.
gimps together.
Have an absolutely fantastic morning, and hope to see you this weekend with Doughboy 420's
Yes.
Laughing Jack story, the little black box.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, it's a good one. So, absolutely love you guys. Thanks for stopping in, and we'll catch you then. Ta-ta.
I heard you narrate a little bit of that. It sounded good.